Hmm. Test it. Can you all hear me?
I can hear you. I
Oh,
didn't think anybody
okay.
could hear. I wasn't getting any sound, so
Yeah, I same for me.
okay. I was getting into my system to figure out what was wrong.
I cannot hear the ALJ.
I can't hear you. I can hear you, but I can't hear.
I think he's got a sound bugaboo. He's
I was in a bit of a panic.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Geez, I just did a test meeting even, and it passed the test meeting.
I know. I find the settings decide for themselves when they're gonna go
Yeah.
off and on.
Well, actually, the question I was trying to ask, and now it's almost time to start anyway, but are we waiting for anyone else to join? Because we could go ahead and get started, I think.
I don't
I
think
don't believe so
so.
on my end.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Harriet, are you ready? Harriet, you're muted if you're talking to me. Hmm. Harriet, are you there?
Harris, did you just call?
Yes, I did. Are
I'm
you ready?
sorry. Yeah, I was my clocks might be a little slow, I guess at my house. Sorry. I'm here.
All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Well, now it's basically 9 o'clock.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
All right. Here we go, Harriet. Good morning, everyone. My name is Harris Adams. I'm the administrative law judge assigned to hear proceeding number 23A-0598R. This matter comes on for a pre-hearing conference at the request of the parties, pursuant to decision R240506I. Call the hearing to order. If we can start with entries of appearance.
Yes, Your Honor. Greg Carson here from the Attorney General's office on behalf of CDOT, attorney number 25460.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And excuse me, I am Stephanie Montague. I am counsel for BNSF Railway Company.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I appreciate the party stipulation filed converting today's scheduled time from an evidentiary hearing to a pre-hearing conference. And I think basically I'll look to the parties for an update and status and where we're headed.
Yes, Your Honor. I think CDOT and BNSF staff met on Tuesday of this week, the 16th, to try and work out the issue that was remaining was the timing for the exemption timing, and so they have supposedly worked that out, and it's been sent to BNSF. It does require a variance from BNSF. My understanding from both sides is that we've agreed on the timing, and the variance just has to be approved by BNSF Signal, who's reviewing the documents that CDOT submitted. Once we get approval on those, then CDOT plans on filing an amended petition or amended application, sorry, with amended exhibits that match the agreement. And we're hoping to do, I guess what my suggestion today would be either we file the amended application with amended exhibits by the 2nd of August, or we file a written status update.
And Your Honor, that is consistent with my understanding as well. At the, based on the agreement and that the engineers and everyone who does math have come up with, that amended application should not have any, there shouldn't be any basis for BNSF to oppose anything in the application. So we would, I guess, reaffirm desire to intervention and desire to participate with no objection to any of the designs presented in the amended application.
So you would basically be amending your intervention.
Correct. We would, yes, it would be, I guess, tell me what makes more sense if we call it an amended intervention or just a fresh intervention to the new application.
Well, it's intervention into the part as a party in the proceeding. So you're a full party now. So I think you'd need to either amend your intervention or do something different. It wouldn't be a new intervention.
Okay, so that's in effect what the parties have discussed BNSF would do. So there should be no objection to the design plans in the amended application. And with that, the parties would foresee the application could be reviewed as presented with no evidentiary hearing necessary.
Okay, well, I'm more than fine. The applicant having waived the applicable statutory period in the case, I'm happy to accommodate parties' request, and that timing is fine. And then once we get the amended application, I'll be reviewing that with my advisor, and we will pick it up from there. Is there anything further we need to address today?
Not from CDOT's standpoint, Your Honor.
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I guess maybe the only other question I need to ask is to the extent that there is documentation of the timing submitted in the public record. BNSF has expressed some concern about keeping that information confidential, not for public viewing. I don't know if that has been something if that's something that the PUC has been able to do before. And I haven't frankly discussed this with Greg either in terms of whether you've done that before. But there's some concern about sort of the details of these crossings that BNSF is interested in being a little more treating as more sensitive information.
Well, the commission has rules on confidentiality in Rule 1101. I'm not aware of the and not recalling situation where those calculations have been confidential. But that doesn't mean you can't review that rule. And if you think it's appropriate, file that information subject to a claim of confidentiality.
Right. And then my understanding of those rules is that it could be that just that document reflecting the timing would be treated as confidential. It's not as if we're trying to keep the whole matter, all the documents or even the application, because it doesn't contain those details anyway.
Sure. The rule requires filing a confidential version that would be unredacted, and then a public version redacting only that confidential information. So my suspicion is it wouldn't be the entirety of the document anyway, but it would be a portion of it.
Right. Okay. I will refresh myself as to those rules, and then Mr. Carson and I can discuss them.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, I appreciate the party's efforts and continuing efforts, and we'll look forward to see what comes in on August 2nd or so, and we'll go from there. Anything further for the day then?
Not for CDOT, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you both. I
Thank
wish you
you.
a good day. We'll be in recess.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
It's gonna be a little light.